Hello, it's Brent Shire with Leverage and Lean, and this is the macro instructions video for the Excel Quick Format button. As you move down this page, you'll see the description of this macro, and then you'll see the See It in Action video. If you want to see this macro in action, this is the best video to watch to see what it does. Now, as you continue to move down, you'll see the most important part of this page, which is the code. If you want to start using this macro today, this is the code you're going to need to copy to start using it. Now, before you move on to that step, check out this right side of the screen and look for first time using VBA. If this is in fact your first time using VBA, you have to proceed with these 3 steps before you can continue. Because if you don't, you won't have the developer tab, your macro security won't allow this macro to fire, and you may not have the resources for the VBA code to even work. Now, if you've completed those steps and want to copy this macro, my recommendation is to navigate over here by the code lines, and you can see your mouse has changed from really the text selection to then really the pointer. If you double click, then you've selected the entire code. Then you can just right click and copy. Now, with that copied, I'm going to navigate to Excel. Now in Excel, I want you to go to your developer tab. I have mine over here just by the home tab. Yours is probably going to be over here somewhere. I just use it a lot, so I move it over where I can select it pretty quickly. Now in developer, I'm going to go into Visual Basic. And when you open Visual Basic, we don't have a module created to put this code in. So then with this black drop down, you're going to select module, and then within module 1, this is where you're going to put this code. So just paste, and you can see I have all that code I've copied from leverageandlean.com in here. So you can save Visual Basic and then close. Now what I want to do is create a button so I can actually run this quick format button in Excel. Now I've already created a custom tab called macros, and this is where I want to put that button. So selecting the Customize Quick Access toolbar, I'm going to drop down to More Commands. Then within this pop-up, click Customize Ribbon. Now choose commands from. This drop down there is a selection called macros, and you can see quick format. This is the code we've pasted into Visual Basic. Now select the tab and group that you want this button to live. Now I just have already created that custom macros and then custom group within a tab. Now if you select quick format and then add it over, it's now available. And what I like to do with these buttons is I like to put a fancy logo with them or a image, and then I like to make sure I can space out so it says quick format, not in all one word, and then just click OK. So you can see within that tab and group, I now have the quick format button, and when I click that button, it's going to run that code that I've already pasted into Visual Basic. So if I click that, boom, you can see, same as the See It in Action video where I explain a lot more in detail what has all just happened, but you can start using it today. Now back to the Leverage and Lean page. I have this additional section customized. So these are the parts of the code and the line associated with them that I would recommend. If you want to try and change the way this behaves, take a look at these rows. You can see the sizing of the top row. You can see the sizing of really the rest of the spreadsheet. If you want to change things, this is really where you would update that, whether it's the font size, the bold, the italicized, the underline, the name of the font. All right. So that kind of navigates you around this page and how you can really use it effectively. If you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to email me, brentschneider@leverageandlean.com. Thanks so much for watching. Stay awesome.